Welcome to Overgo World, making your life better through tech, vacations and other great things. Remember to subscribe so that you don't miss out on our latest videos. Today we've got the ThinkPad X1 Carbon from Lenovo. So this is one of their lightweight and really robust for usual business purposes or commercial purposes laptop, and it's a really lightweight and thin profile laptop. So I'm going to be opening this up and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've just taken off the cardboard box cover. This is what's inside. So this houses the laptop, so that's just another small package with the laptop in there, and then we get the power cord, and that's a USB-C connector as part of the power cord. So it is quite minimal packaging. That's all you're getting in the box. So any other accessories, you'd need to buy those separately. So let's just take off the lid off this, and there you go. It's the laptop itself, and then just some instructions. So let's just put that to the side. Let's just open up the laptop itself. So there's the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. I like this sort of effect on there. It's quite lightweight, and just flipping that open. And that looks really smart there. So what I'm going to do now is power it on and just charge up the battery, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, we're back. I have charged this up and powered it up. I've also updated the drivers on this. So let me just start off with the weight test. So if we just weigh this, as you can see, 1,215 grams, so 1.2 kilos. So really lightweight. In terms of the sort of profile there, you can see it's quite thin as well. So you can see USB port. You got the ability for, you've got eSIM as well, functionality. You've got a head port there. You've also got the USB-C or Thunderbolt ports there, another USB, and the HDMI connector. The one thing I do like about the Lenovo's is that that's built in and you don't need a dongle to do that. While with some of the other sort of thin profile laptops like this, you'd need a dongle even for a HDMI or for some of the USB connection. So here, obviously with the new connectors, they are going to be using the USB-C, but you've got the old style still for some of your legacy equipment. Now, just on dimensions, so that is roughly 22.5 centimeters there, and that there is about 31.5 centimeters there. And if you have a look at the, it's quite a thin profile going all the way around. I'll just measure the back as well, just to let you know the thickest part, how much it is. That is just under, I'd say just under 2 centimeters at its thickest part there. Right, having dealt with the dimensions, let's just open this up. So as I say, really nice clean screen. This is a 14-inch screen. This one has got an i7 processor, and it's running Windows 11 Pro, so it's a 64-bit version. It has a built-in integrated graphics card, 16 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte of SSD hard drive storage. So the 14-inch display is actually 3840 by 2400, and it's also got its built-in camera at the top, so you can see the camera there, and it's got a privacy shutter, so when you slide this across, you can see the red mark goes away. If I slide it back, you've got the privacy shutter on with the red dot to show you that your camera's blocked. Now, as I mentioned when we unboxed it, these Lenovo laptops are really durable, thin profile. They have a great keyboard. I think Lenovo keyboards, having used Dell's, Microsoft's, Surface Books, you name it, I've used them. I have to say that the Lenovo ones always win, hands down. Really nice feel, really comfortable, slight curve on the keys, really good key press on them as well. Now, with the laptop itself, the X1 Carbon, the screen, you can lay it completely flat. So again, side view, you can see there. And again, you can see how rigid that is. So it's, it's a solid product there. You obviously can't go further than that. That's the yoga type products, which we'll review in a separate video. But that's how far the screen can go back. So you can lay it flat like that. So that's a full opening dimension. Now, what I've done is I've loaded this up and then I've had to do a reset. The reason why I've done a reset is the one thing that you will probably find when you run this is that it runs hot. And when I say runs hot, I don't mean as in a hot product, I mean it actually gets hot. So I've had a look online and a number of people have raised the same issue, that it tends to get hot. So across here it will get very hot. And also on these keys it will get hot, and it's you can hear the fan noise when you get it running. This is obviously just in turned on. It's not really doing anything, as I've just reset it, and it's going to go through the process again. But that's something to just watch out for, that it does make a lot of noise when you are just normal browsing or anything else, or uploading the software drivers. Now, one of the things I would recommend that you do is, as soon as you get your new Lenovo, check for updates through the Lenovo built-in application. What it actually revealed when I got this was that there were quite a number of updates available, and one of those was a thermal BIOS update, which I'm assuming is to help regulate the temperature. So it's probably worth just making sure you have that in place. You can actually lower the performance levels. So there are different performance levels that you can set. So if you set that to a more energy efficient one, it will reduce the fan speed. But something that you just need to be mindful of, that the fan noise can get very loud on this product. But that is the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon. As I say, a really nice laptop. The only shame is the heat issue that, as I say, comes across here, comes across on the left, and unfortunately it feeds into the keyboard. So putting my hands on the keyboard now, the right hand side is cool to the touch, and just as it should be, and on the left side, even with the system updates, I can feel the heat there, and that, for such an expensive laptop, just does not seem the right kind of thing to have. You do have the other security features with fingerprint sensor and the power key, which are both in one there as well. So if Lenovo can fix this heat issue that comes in this top left of this keyboard, then that would be an absolute wonderful laptop. I have an older X1 Yoga, had that for many years, and I have just purchased a new X1 Yoga, and we're going to show that in a separate video. But that old X1 Yoga never had any issues with the fan noise, never had any issues with the heat dissipating through the keyboard, but it seems to be a bit of a known issue, as you'll see from some of the online reviews. So that's the only negative issue that makes me hesitate by wholeheartedly recommending this laptop. But there you go, that's the X1 ThinkPad Carbon. We hope you enjoyed watching this, so please feel free to hit the like button and remember to subscribe for great upcoming videos. Thank you, and see you next time.